Hello, can chat hear me? Alright guys, I'll be your commentator for tonight. My name is Umario. You can call me Umar. And right now we see both players in Donut Ghost House. Steven nails the boob out strat. We'll see Rich getting to it now. Oh, goes the long way around. Oh, takes a hit. He's gonna take it the casual strat. With the vine, that's alright. Let's see if Steven can do DP3. So far, so good for Steven. And he gets a 262, very nice. Now let's see if Rich can do it. Misses the cloud jump. Oh, falls off the switch. It's unfortunate. Oh, it gets it the second time. Good job there from Rich. Oh, you hate to see that happen. Misses the Koopa and falls to his demise. He got the midway though, so it's not the worst scenario. Steven's gone to DP4. Just fine with Yoshi. Man, this solo commentating thing is kind of hard. Sorry for the last minute thing, guys. I'm just, hopefully it's better than no commentator. But yeah, we see Steven going through room 3, basically an auto-scroller with spring jump at the end that can skip half a cycle. Oh, Rich, missing the fire, decides not to go for it. It's gonna lose him some time for Morton, but... Oh, loses Yoshi too, but at least he didn't die. And Steven kills Morton with fire. So he's got a whole level lead on him. Yes, Rich wants the Yoshi, since he doesn't know the... Oh, he's also getting the fire. I see. Alright, looks like we'll be having Maestro Brow joining us on commentary in a bit. It's always nice to have two commentators, better than one, in my opinion. Steven has gone through VD1 and VD2 with a little problem. Oh, Rich misses the cycle at the top of Morton's castle.
What's up, everybody?
Yo, Maestro.
How's it going?
Pretty good. Just impromptu commentating, you know?
Yep, no problem. So, yeah, it looks like Steven's having a pretty good run here.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything bad happen at all. So that's the goal kind of with this category.
Yep.
Can be kind of difficult to recover from things in the short term in this category. So my runs tend to kind of, and I think everybody, they tend to kind of either be great or terrible. So so far Steven's doing a great job.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Teacher. And Steven avoids the P switch, which causes more than a half second of lag, actually. Particularly, it can cause actually more lag if you don't have a shell in Yoshi's mouth at that point. Something like 5 or 10 frames difference in lag. So if you accidentally hit the P switch a lot, it's helpful if you have a shell just to reduce that lag just a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and Steven's in the water here. That doesn't ever lose as much time as it feels like it does in the moment. So that's good. And Rich opting to not grab the fast backup flower there, which is interesting.
Yeah, it's a pretty good safety flower for races.
Yeah, I will be definitely doing that tomorrow. Oh, and Steven with the double tongue. That's beautiful. That's worth like 5 seconds. Oh, I always get scared when people stop on this spring. Oh, Rich just gets through.
Not much to say about Valley or Vanilla Fortress. Just gotta wait to see what happens at Resnor.
Yeah, this is just all you do is wait and get nervous and hope the Resnor aren't aggressive.
Yeah. And hopefully that Bony Beetle at the end despawns.
Yeah, that's always nice. Anyone who's run this category long enough has absolutely lost a run in this stage, though. So while it is free, there is enough danger to worry about. So, Rich dealing with some Koopas here. Oh, and he opts for the Twitchmaster backup flower, which I'm too scared to do.
Oh, loses the fire to the chop. Oh, that's a bad death. It's a really bad death.
Oh, I'm just getting there. Oh, how is this gonna? Oh my god.
Oh.
That's a bummer, dude.
Yeah.
I'm gonna reset the stream here to see if I can catch up to you a little bit.
All right. I might have spoiled for the chat, so let me know if I was spoiling.
Are you restreaming?
No, Twitchmaster is, but he's not here right now.
Right, no, but we should both be a little behind, which is okay.
True.
So that we're commentating maybe 10 seconds behind, and anyway, all right, let's. Steven's gonna be fine on Butterbridge 1 probably, but it's very dangerous if you don't hit the strat on that first half of this stage. It's very dangerous. This is not I was right before I turned on this stream. I was actually practicing this stage. It's one of the ones where when it goes wrong, it goes real wrong.
Oh, for sure. And Steven maybe gonna show some swag somewhere? Doesn't look like it.
Well, I'm worried because I see a Resident Paco in chat, and so I'm glued to his screen, making sure he doesn't die.
Just a boring stage, the usual.
Rich with a little bit of trouble on the Dolphins, but he recovers very quickly, and good rest of the remainder of the stage. So that's he's only going to lose a second and a half or so on that one. And I don't have his splits open, so I can't tell. What is Rich's PB? Do you have that open?
It looks like a 42-20.
42-20? Okay. So he seems like he's actually, even still, he's probably on reasonable pace. So that's good. You always want to see people, regardless of what their time is, you like to see people have a good race for whatever their time is. So that's Seems to be going well so far. And Steven seems to have sailed through the only flyover stage. Or, excuse me. I looked away for a second and didn't realize he was in Butterbridge 1 still, so... All he's got to do in this stage is grab the blue shell. And he seems to have done that, so...
Yep. Let's see how Rich does on Reznor. No power-ups, pretty scary.
Alright, so now I am here.
Yo, Twitch Master. Decides to take it safe on Reznor, which is probably the smart thing to do.
Yeah, when you're small, particularly when you're in a race and small.
Yeah.
Although it looked like he decided a little bit late that he was going to go safe. It seemed like he was going to try to jump over that first Reznor and... Sorry, I got to mute some sounds here. Excuse me.
Alright.
I'm pulling up their stream so that I can see their splits. Steven with a pretty good climb. 251 is a good red door, and he's got a 249. I didn't see if he missed a door before, but that's a good stage.
Yeah, pretty
That's
good.
a 1709 whistle, which is pretty good. I think world record is around a 1654 or a 1650, something like that.
Yep.
So yeah, and he's
pretty close.
Yeah, he's very close to his PB here. Rich was a minute behind after Castle 2, and he's had some troubles, but I don't know what his PB looks like in terms of where his time save is.
Mm-hmm. Steven already has 2 flowers, so he won't be going for the second flower in FY1.
Oh, that's convenient. That's another benefit to the backup fire is if you do it very quickly. If you do it optimally, it only wastes 0.7 or so, and so of course the FOI 1 flower is faster, but at least you don't have to worry about missing it, because that's for a player at any level, it's quite possible to miss this fire flower.
Yeah. I'm wondering though, does it make the Hammer Bro jump at the end any different? Because you don't like left-right in the level?
I don't believe it does.
No. It's not, because it doesn't have to do with the way the Hammer Bro spawns. It has to do with the I haven't seen that strat that Steven just did.
Oh, yeah.
Very nice.
Why did I never think of just setting the shell down? I always either put it in motion, which is difficult, or tried to do the shell jump off of the wall. But that's I haven't seen that. That's much better. People are smart.
Yeah, I was wondering about the Hammer Bro at the end, because oscillation speed
in theory,
differs.
It makes it so like the rest of the level, holding right the whole time.
Rich having some trouble.
Yeah, trouble with the blue shell here. This is very dangerous, but he got it, so we're good. We in there.
Otherwise, you're holding it the whole time, but it just doesn't make it any less likely, or it just makes it so you can't jump on the same pixel every time and make it.
It would, yeah. It would theoretically, yes. If you held right the entire stage, it would make it a 1-frame trick to get it, or
Yeah.
I think 48 and 49 work. If you jump on the right pixel, but again, I would say it doesn't make it any easier or more difficult.
Steven, if you get hit in the way up, you got jump early. Hit in the way down, you got luck jumped.
I see. Okay, that makes sense. Well, Rich grabbing the free mushroom there, which is a good idea. Let's see if Steven goes for pipe jump. I think he went for it.
Yeah, went for
it. Unfortunately,
he did.
Rich has a good room too there, which is that's always scary for everyone. Let's see if Steven's still holding the red shell. So we'll see what kind of a Goomba strat he does here at the end. I'm assuming he's going to use that. Oh no, he destroyed it. So he's going to do the traditional left-right, and he gets it. And a 57 pipe because of the slight slowdowns there.
Yeah.
Rich having a pretty good.
Ooh, Rich goes for Ludwig jump and gets it. Very nice.
Yeah.
Finally, someone does that besides me. Go sync.
If I have a backup, I'll go for it. But otherwise, I don't know how much time it saves. But
It depends on what else you do. I mean, in
Alright,
theory,
so I'm-
it saves no time. It's equal to a different strat, but the other strat's harder.
okay, fair enough.
Like doing the 2 fireball and jump into the chuck.
Right.
In theory, that's the same thing, but it's harder. If I remember.
All right, so let's see the skip here. Oh, Steven didn't quite grab the fire, but he did have the presence of mind to not go back for it.
That's fine.
So you can always make the cycle skip even if you missed the item drop. So just the best thing to do is to keep going because you only saved 3 or 4 seconds on the boss fight anyway with fire. So it's not hugely important. He'll just have to do a mushroom grab in CI1 for the deboost in the ghost house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The question
Or
is
you could
which
opt
one?
for small ghost house. He knows the strat. It is pretty risky though.
So yeah, Steven doesn't do that. Steven does the mushroom grab near the beginning of the stage. The
Okay.
mushroom that's hiding in the bushes.
That's faster, I believe.
Right, yeah, because the spring feels fast enough, but the additional lag at the end of the stage. Meanwhile, Rich has got a good FOI1 there. He got the RN jump, so that's good. Still a minute 30 behind his PB. Wait, sorry, I don't know what his splits mean.
I believe it's
Actually.
average, I think.
What is number 3?
Let's look at the splits then. Let's see.
Sorry, his splits are against number 3 and best. So I don't know what that means. Meanwhile,
believe
Steven
that's
successfully
PB.
grabs the mushroom.
Pretty sure it's PB.
Okay.
Pretty sure it's PB. No, it can't be right. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll find out. I can judge by his Castle 5 split. So Steven successfully navigating the second half of CI1, which can be sort of dangerous. There's a couple of semi-blind jumps. The one onto the question block and the one onto the yellow pipe are not very comfortable. And there's not. If you lose speed there, I always scroll the screen actually if I lose P speed because just to make the dinos spawn a little earlier and not get wrecked by them. So Steven's within 12 seconds of PB, so he's on a mid 35 pace here. So he's having a very great run, particularly for a race. Oh, losing Big Mario on that is only going to cost him a few seconds. That's a backup that many of us have done, and he successfully enters the pipe. Meanwhile, Rich losing a little bit of P speed here, but
Oh no, he dies.
Oh, he does. Yeah, that's honestly a tough section. However, dying there is not actually a huge time loss. I mean, he probably lost 10 seconds, but he just got the mid tape. Oh, those bubbles, man. It's funny that the stage, like, the bubbles will always spawn one of 2 ways, I think. If you don't get the pipe jump, but if you do get the pipe jump, there's almost always a double bubble near the end, and that can absolutely kill you. So it's important to, if you do happen to get the pipe jump, to watch out for that near the end, because that can absolutely be a problem.
And Steven gets under the chest.
And Rich is, he's going to drop the mushroom here. Oh, that was actually a dangerous mushroom drop because he dropped it before he was over there. If something had happened and it had gone below. he grabbed the mushroom when it was only about 1 block above the where he had to grab it. So that's funny.
Give him a clip time.
And Steven does the normal strat for room 1 and successfully navigates through that those dangerous chucks and footballs, which are the bane of everyone's existence in every ROM hack. Oh, and
takes damage
yeah,
to a Buzzy
that
Bee.
was interesting.
He held down and right, down and left at the same time. Down and left does that.
Perhaps he was not sure about which. Well, that's a strange place. It must have just been a controller
Now,
issue.
does he have a strat for getting a mushroom fast so that he can pressure skip, or?
Crush skip is not going to be. I believe he's not going to do it.
Steven actually does an alternate strat for Crusher Skip, where he waits by the first Crusher anyway, so because of his strat, this will not cost him as much time as it might a different player with a different strat. I believe that Steven does the linked add strat where he waits for the first Crusher to appear and doesn't spawn the saws yet, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't know, it's a little dangerous small still, but he won't. I don't think he'll challenge the second Podobo. But we'll see here. Yeah, stops there. That's enough of a delay. And when you're small, you don't have to worry about it anyway, because you're not going to get wrecked by that second saw. No undersaw jump. I'm disappointed. Those 3 crushers always scare me at the end of that of room 1.
Yeah, when you like sometimes accidentally get P-speed or something, just go a little too
It's
fast.
very scary.
You corner clip him on one of the last ledges.
Yeah, it's always very important. Oh, he got duck door. That's beautiful. It's always very important to do a normal jump when you're in between those crushers, in my opinion.
Takes to death at the beginning. See, I won.
Oh. Well, luckily it was at the beginning. He won't lose too much time to that.
Yeah,
but anytime you're not sure. Anytime you're not sure if you're going to get P-speed or not, always do a normal jump so that you can have a visual immediately before you can even tell if you have speed.
Oh, jumps too late and hits the
chuck.
late.
Luckily, he got the chuck bounce, though. That could have been worse.
Oh, yeah.
And this is just in that little basin there. That's a dangerous place to be. Gonna go ahead and grab the Yoshi just to be safe, which is a totally reasonable thing to do in this situation. Hey, you gotta save time on those pipe transitions.
Right.
Yeah, but Rich seems to be basically holding his own. Assuming that. Yeah, I'm just not sure what his splits are.
Number 3 set as Delta.
So just having some bad luck here, but he clearly knows the strats and has practiced the category, so.
Yeah.
He gets suicide door.
Easy peasy.
Yep. It's just 3 frames,
It's just
20 to 30.
It's a door that you dive and miss it.
Yeah, that's all. And Steven looks like he's got the despawn here.
Yep, gets
to
it.
do the traditional deboost. And he has enough experience with room 3 here that I doubt he will do any shenanigans with a backup mushroom or the safety star, which incidentally I grabbed until I had a sub 3530. I think I was very scared of the falling room. Yeah, because it's like 2 seconds to grab, and the consequences are too great.
Yeah, I've lost a minute to the last spike ball and still PV'd, but it was a bad feeling.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how if I've got a good run going in my race, then I'll not do it. But if I feel like the race is close, I'll probably just get the safety star, just because it doesn't take too much time, and it's.
I've never found any point in that star.
You've never what?
Found any point in that star at all. It's like
visual it's just. Yeah, I know. It's mostly free. Oh, Steven's doing the P-speed strat. That is a maestro strat.
Oh,
beautiful.
That jump from below the molder. I like that.
Has some trouble getting over the mold.
Yeah, and Maestro, your audio is echoing.
Oh, apologies. my audio is echoing, or
Like I can hear myself.
your voices are...
I can hear myself in your audio.
Okay. All right, I turned it down. Sorry about that. All right, this is a bit of a dangerous room that Rich is going through right now, so hopefully he'll be able to...
Oh, takes damage to shock. Opts to grab the mushroom.
Yeah, that's always a good idea.
Steven grabs the shell there.
All right, well, Steven is 12 seconds behind his PB. Let's see if he's going to go... I don't know what his sandbar strat is.
That's it.
Oh, wow.
Gets
Epic.
Easy peasy.
So, I'm not sure if Steven... I'm not sure if he has sandbar in his PB.
I believe he does.
But I think he probably does not. Sorry, excuse me. I think he does not. No.
Really?
No, I think he does. Because if
Judging
he
by
has,
his summer
like
best.
35,
if he had-
13, whatever.
Yeah, if he has a 17... Sorry, I see his best possible time now. Of course he got it in his PB. I was just looking... I remember the Ludwig split the best, and I was just checking to see if he could possibly get a 34 here. But either way, with or without sandbar, this has been a great performance. And Rich entering Windy Room 2, which is always a scary place, doing the safe strat, which is...
I need to get a clip of Steven's Room 1 of that Bob 2, though. He picked up the disco shell and dropped it right away.
Vob 2, he picked up a shell? Oh,
Picked up the disco shell. Before it actually...
Oh! I don't know if that was purposeful or not, but
Oh, no,
yeah,
it
I'd love
wasn't.
to see that.
Like, no way.
I must have missed it.
Silver, I don't think
Rich
so.
is having some trouble with Wendy.
Yeah, these Wendy spawns when you don't have a cape can be inconvenient. They're always doable, but occasionally extremely inconvenient.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, is it intentional? Okay. That's scary as heck, then.
And Steven entering Bowser here around 33 minutes. Does anybody know about what the timing is here?
Here, I'll give him a time once he enters the fight.
Nice dark room.
Nice. Okay.
It's like a 33.
35-21.
21. Okay, so Lambie pace. That's what we're talking about here.
Oh, yeah.
So this would probably be the second best time in the tournament if
Yeah,
he.
yeah.
I don't get that.
Oh, you got a
Bowser
cape.
fight.
Whoa, he gets the cape. Rich.
Oh. You know
Oh.
what? I have honestly done that before,
Silver,
thinking that I needed a
202 from where
backup.
spawn. It is 202.
Oh, is our tournament rules to you have to kill yourself?
Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay. Yeah, I've done that before, and in the moment, my thinking was I would like a backup mushroom. Oh, here's one. So, you know,
Yep.
it all happens so fast. So I don't blame him at all. I know that line of thinking.
The fight is 202 with 203.
202 or 203. Okay. Good to know. For
201
future
if you do
reference.
the fast phase 3 hit.
Right. Oh, it appears that Rich has done not quite enough left right on the
Save it. No,
despawn.
He didn't save it, but he could have.
Yeah, and you have time there at the end. You can still save it. So he didn't get it, but you know, it's not honestly too much time here. It's 5, 6, 7 seconds. Let's see if he attempts to swim through up the top. No. Oh, he does. Excuse
Yeah.
me. So yeah, not a whole ton of time.
Nothing to lose now.
Looks like he's going for the mushroom. And he misses it. I don't know if
Nice.
that was swag or...
It can't be because it's better to like or do this on the left.
Yeah, I didn't see a reaction from him, so I think he just was playing around. Oh, Steven with a little bit of issues here in phase 3.
This is fine.
Couple of issues. Sorry, I wasn't even watching Steven, but Still a very, very great race by Stephen. Any mid 35 is a good run in my book.
That's still the second best time.
Very nice.
Still the second best time, yeah. So congrats to Stephen, both on the win and on the great run. And as you can see, his splits are very even in terms of, how he lost time. He didn't lose very much time on any single split, which basically means, you can either say a good run is a very good time, but I would argue that it's even more impressive that he was consistent throughout the run. There were no big mistakes, only 18 seconds of small ones compared to his.
I know that during my race, like a few hours ago, I made like 35 seconds of mistakes in Worlds 2 and 3, but then I made like 5 seconds of mistake in the rest of the run.
Right. So there's like two types of good runs, right? Like there's a run where you make a huge mistake and you lose like a minute somehow, and then the rest of the run is great. But Stephen appears to have had just a very solid run, which is all you can ask for in a race.
That run bounced my PB by like 7 seconds.
And okay, let's see. Rich is
He gets through room 1, albeit without P speed, but he gets through it, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, and it's honestly not a long room. I mean, he only lost 7 game seconds, so that's not a. I mean, of course it adds up after a while, but not a ton of time. As I've heard Author Blues say, not dying is the fastest strat. So, as long as you don't die, that's the goal.
Saber, that's basically how my first tournament race went. I was on like 35-30 pace, and then I died to Bob for Resnor.
That's a bummer. Yeah, it happens. Sometimes they're aggressive. All right, and Rich exiting the sandbar room here seems to be doing okay, and we'll know after Vob Fort, but seems to me like he's going to be very close to being able to PB here. I can't tell because regardless of help from Twitchmaster, I still don't understand his splits. But he's got 4 minutes to do Vob Fort and Bowser, which seems like a reasonable. Oh, he didn't.
Number 3 is his relative to PB, and best is his delta, the time, how much he lost in each blitz.
Oh, okay, right. So he golded. I see. Okay. So
he golded by 24 seconds.
But we don't know if he had a death or something, and it seems like he must have. If he's a minute 30 behind, and he's
a minute 30. He can PB, yeah.
I mean, yeah. It seems like in his PB he must have had a Vob death or a Bowser death, and I'm not sure. I think his Vob has been pretty smooth so far, from what I remember. So we should be looking at, and again, that's all you can ask for, man. I mean, if you're anywhere near your PB in a race, it's a good race.
Yeah.
Especially particularly in this category, because it's a shortish category, and every mistake is death.
Yeah, that's basically accurate.
There's some mistakes where you can lose 2 or 3 seconds or 5 seconds,
and then there's cases where it'd be faster to die than to recover.
Right. And FY1 is, FY3 is one of those where if you're near the end and you find yourself without a mushroom, kill yourself immediately. You got the midpoint. There's a mushroom right there. That's the fastest way, rather than backtrack.
Or you Guma Clip.
Yeah, but that's only for good players, and I'm not one of them.
It's really not that difficult. It's just garbage.
Yeah, it can be like super inconsistent.
It is a 10% chance, even if you get the right kick.
All right, so if Rich has a good Bowser fight here, he can totally PB. He's got about a 15-second buffer, so actually he could PB without ball skip.
Oh yeah.
But definitely in the hunt here, so that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, basically what Steven said.
Oh, I'm not actually in chat here.
It's not hard, but it's very inconsistent.
Inconsistent, but not hard. Yeah, agreed. It's like It's like clipping into the blocks in the underground in 1-1 and SMB1. It's not hard. It's just speed and subpixel dependent.
Yeah.
That's all.
I don't know if it's subpixel dependent, but I know it's. Well, Lamby says pixel perfect in the X coordinate.
Okay. Yeah, so, difficult enough to where it's never going to be a 100% thing, and there's no way in hell I'm going to be in a race and I'm going to, roll into that underground naked, you know what I mean?
Yeah, at some point I'm going to do it in a race to prove a point, but...
All right, and looks like we got a ball skip despite the D-boost. So he's got a very, very good chance now of the PB here, which is very exciting. I hope he's not disappointed with his run because any PB is a great run. So
heart rate monitor for him. So
yeah, so you can tell he knows it's going to be close. He's watching that countdown on his PB, and he knows that it's going to be close. But it's looking pretty good as long as he gets this hit right here.
Easily.
Although I have lost a PB on the last hit on Bowser. I've thrown the Mecha Koopa sideways because I was so nervous.
Oh, 42 flat. Very nice.
Yeah,
nice.
Wow. That's gotta be a late
nice.
split. That's gotta be a late split, right?
Oh man, yeah, that's a great run. I mean, 20-second PB. If it's a late split, yeah, he may well have gotten the. Oh man, the 41. That's a great run.
420.
I mean, 20-second PB. If it's a late split, yeah, he may well have gotten the. Oh man, the 41. That's a great. Nice. Well, congratulations to both runners, Stephen with the win and 420 and Rich with the PB. That's could have been a closer race, but nice. Well, if it's not a close race, that's all. That's all you can ask for. A PB and a PB. So that's could have been a closer race, something happening. Well, if it's not a close race, that's all. That's all you can ask for. A PB and a PB. So that's
This is just me.
could have been a closer race, something happening.
Yep.
Yep.
Actually, like 5 times.
PB and a PB. So
You alright?
I think.
This is
Yeah.
just me.
I think Umar and I are doing okay. So.
Actually, like 5 times.
I think.
Rich is muted. What?
I think Umar and I are doing okay. So. And we're now being joined by Stephen1704 with the mid-35 race time. How you doing this evening, Stephen?
What?
I think
I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
And we're now being doing fine. Congrats on the win. 1704 with the mid-35 race time. Well, how did you feel about that run there?
I'm doing pretty solid for a race, for sure. Definitely happy with it. Yeah. Not much more to say. It was a good run.
Well, yeah, we were talking about how it's always a good run when you're anywhere near your PB in a race. But in addition to that, it's nice when it wasn't one big mistake, but a lot of small things, which means that you were very consistent throughout the race. So it must have felt pretty good.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, really, the mistakes that stand out to me are like dropping the spring wrong in Morton, so I had to wait for the
And then missing the
platform.
fire in Roy.
Oh yeah, missing the fire in Roy. FOI1, the end of that was not great.
At least you knew the backup.
Yeah.
Right, and you did the right thing in Roy's by just carrying on rather than going back for the flower, which is what I tend to do, even though I know it's not the fastest.
Yeah, I've had times where I've gone back for the flower and I've ended up dying, and I've just yeah, it's just that's not a smart thing to do, so I just don't do it anymore.
Yeah,
there's no way you're gonna make it out of there with a flower, so like, yeah,
agreed. Yeah, well, seemed to be playing well tonight, and Rich as well. I mean,
I hope this
it wasn't a particularly
wasn't too terrible. I had to drop out for a few minutes.
Yeah, it was good. So we should if Rich isn't going to jump in here, we should probably wrap up
He's
the.
already here.
Hello.
he is.
Oh, Rich is here. Oh, hi, Rich.
Yeah,
Hey,
hi.
congrats on the PB, man.
Yeah, thanks, man. It was a big for like the first half of the run was pretty abysmal, I would say. But once it hit the goal, it basically went uphill from there.
Yeah, it seemed like the major things that I remember were VS2. There were a couple of, and what was the other one?
DP3, of course.
Oh, DP3, right. But I mean, barring that business, I mean, it was a very solid run, and particularly after that, I feel like you kind of found your stride. Post Castle 5 or so, and that's where the PB came from. It'll be good to run against those splits also, because when you next time you run against these, when you get through DP3, you'll know you've saved a significant chunk of time. So that's nice to have that on the front end.
Yeah, of course. My goal in this category is like a sub 40, and then after that I'll determine what is a good time.
A good time is 34.
Good time is a PB.
I think this is one of the second time I've raced Stefan ever. Ever. And also the first race in the tournament, so it was a very, very enriching experience.
Nice, good to hear. Well, we should maybe wrap up the restream here, but
Let's go.
let's say congrats to both runners, Stephen for the win and Rich for the PB.
Thanks.
Let's go over to him.
For the restream.
And we'll see you guys. Does anybody know when the next race is that's scheduled?
Let's have a look.
Tomorrow
Tomorrow.
is the next race.
Yeah, we've got a few
Race
maps.
for today.
The echo is just destroying my brain.
Yeah, the echo has been going on for a while now.
Maestro.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Anyway, the lineup for tomorrow, we have Louis versus Xi Delta Smash at 11:30 a.m. EST. This is all in US Eastern Time. At 12 p.m. we have Dots Are Cool versus Dutch J. That could be quite an interesting race. At 8 p.m. we have Maestro Brow versus Tina Hacks. That could also be quite an interesting race. And at
Definitely could be.
Definitely.
And at 9 p.m. Gabonza Guy versus Zero Maverick. So decent day of races tomorrow. Be sure to tune in.
Yep. All right. Have a good night, everyone. Thanks for